Hey everyone, welcome to the February 2023 Murrieta Housing Market Report. Another very interesting month is in the books. Prices in Murrieta are still on a bit of a roller coaster ride, and interest rates are moving in a direction that some people did not see coming. We're going to show you what's happening with those things and tell you everything you need to know about the Murrieta housing market right now. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Bernal, your Southern California real estate agent. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Murrieta, we do this report every month. It's specific to Murrieta to give you the latest and greatest info to help you decide if now is the best time for you to buy or sell your home in Murrieta. So be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming reports. We also do separate reports for Temecula and Menifee as well if you're interested in those cities. All right, here we go, starting with home prices. Remember, all of this information is specific to traditional homes in Murrieta. It does not include data for condos, townhomes, manufactured homes, etc., because traditional homes make up the majority of sales in Murrieta, and focusing on these gives us what I believe is the most accurate state of the housing market. Prices. The median home price in Murrieta ticked up last month from $630,000 in December to $637,500 in January. Last year in January, the median price was $650,000, so we are still a bit below that. And lastly on this graph, you can see the peak of the market, which was in June of last year when the median price was $705,000. Okay, let's look at some percentages here. For Murrieta, from the peak of the market to where we are now, prices are down just under 10%. Month over month, prices are up a little over 1%. And from last year at this time to where we are now, prices are down 2%. Next, interest rates. Rates have continued to drop. This is something that's really catching a lot of people off guard. Over the last month, rates dropped almost 0.5% from 6.54% at the end of December to 6.17% at the end of January. A lot of people get thrown off here because they see the Fed continuing to raise the Fed fund rate. But remember, the Fed funds rate and mortgage rates are not necessarily tied to each other. Here are one-year graphs from February 2022 to present February 2023 of 30-year mortgage rates and the Fed funds rate. So you can see they definitely trend similarly. They both start off low here at the beginning of 2022 and both end up quite a bit higher here in February where we are now, but you can see that they certainly do not mirror each other. In summary, just remember that it is very possible for the Fed funds rate to go up and mortgage rates to go down. Our lender offers really good rates, and in addition to that, we're able to negotiate even lower rates for our clients through what's called a seller paid rate buy down. So if a much lower than market interest rate is something that might help you, give me a call. I'd love to fill you in on how that works. Next, let's take a look at list price compared to sales price. This shows us how much above or below the original list price homes are selling for. Last month in Murrieta, on average, homes sold for 6.5% less than the original list price, which is down even further from December when homes were selling for 5% below the original list price. Last year at this time, homes were selling for 0.5% more than list price, and in May of 2021, at the peak of this particular stat, homes in Murrieta on average were selling for 5% above list price. Homes sold. In January, we had 77 homes sold in Murrieta, which is even lower than December when we only had 82 homes sold. These are super low numbers. The last time we had numbers this low was in November of 2007. Last year in January, we had 137 homes sold. Here's a look at the percentages. Month over month, we had a 6% drop in sales from December to January, and we had 44% less sales this year compared to last year for the month of January. Now let's take a look at the inventory and see how many homes are actively for sale. We finished January with 211 homes on the market actively for sale compared to December, where we finished the month with 244 for sale. Last year at the end of January, we only had 185 homes for sale, which was really low. In a normal market for Murrieta, we'd be in the 500 range. So even though we're up a bit from last year, we are still very low on inventory. Days on market. How long are these houses taking to sell? Last month was the 8th straight month we've had an increase in this stat, which I think is a good thing. In January, the average days on market was 64 compared to 60 in December. In January of last year, it was 27. If you're thinking about buying a home, now is a much better time to do so than it was 6 months ago when prices were 10% higher and interest rates were about the same. If you're thinking about selling your home, you still don't really have a whole lot of competition, but it could take a little while longer than it would have 6 months ago, and be prepared to get offers under your asking price, especially if your asking price is too high, which is a mistake a lot of sellers are making right now. If you're considering buying or selling a home in Murrieta or any of the surrounding areas and have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can call me directly or schedule a Zoom meeting or phone call with me using the link in the description. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have, and I'd love to help you with all your real estate needs. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you.